Hello everyone and a very warm welcome to my channel. In the previous video, we talked about all the steps that you need to follow to apply for a mortgage and get it. I promised in that video that I was going to talk about 14 types of properties which mortgage lenders do not like. So if you want to buy one of these types of properties, you may struggle to find a mortgage lender. Now, home is where the heart is. But if your heart lives in a structure made of recycled tires, be prepared to have a hard time getting financing. Before you commit to buying a quirky home or refinancing the one you already own, know ahead of time what heartache you may run into. Now, a property doesn't have to be that out there to cause your mortgage lender to lift his eyebrows. From a lender's perspective, properties that count as unusual may include the following. The first one is what we call log homes. Log home financing can be quite challenging, depending on the home and location. Log homes are unusual in many parts of the country, so appraisers may be unable to locate comparable sales near your property. And that will really hurt your case. Although log homes are expensive to build, if there are no similar homes nearby to compare, lenders are less inclined to give you credit for the extra expense and may knock down the appraised value for the purpose of a refinance. Also, many mortgage lenders fail to discriminate between a custom-built log home and one assembled from a kit. The latter are often considered non-standard structures, which may disqualify you from refinancing altogether. So be very careful if the property that you want to buy is actually made of, or rather from, logs. The second type of property that will get you struggling to get a mortgage is what we call green homes. Those who make use of recycled or unusual materials when undertaking a green home renovation may find refinancing difficult in the future. As with log homes, comparable sales are critical in helping mortgage lenders decide whether and how much to lend. Special consideration must be given to properties that represent special or unique housing for the neighborhood. It's difficult to assess the value of a green home with an unusual design, for example, a dome home, or a property that's off the grid and energy sufficient when those are still relatively rare. The third type of property which will get your mortgage lender raising their eyebrows is homes with odd floor plans. Now, dwellings with unusual layouts, peculiar floor plans, or inadequate equipment or amenities are harder to sell, and for that reason, it's quite challenging to be able to get a mortgage. Examples of odd plans include homes where bedrooms are on a level with no bathrooms, or a kitchen on a different level from the dining room. So be very careful if that's the sort of property that you want to buy. The next type of property which you will struggle to get a mortgage for is homes on huge lots. Homes with expansive lots are usually properties located in rural or undeveloped areas. These properties suffer from the same shortage or complete absence of truly comparable sales for the lender to use when determining the home's value. Massive lots can be a problem if the entire neighborhood does not consist of homes on similar sized properties. In addition, most lenders are leery of making a loan on a farm in the guise of a residential mortgage. How big is too big? It depends. The lender will compare your lot with those of your neighbors. If everyone is on a 1 acre and you have 10, your appraised value may come in low for the purposes of refinancing, or you may be denied a home loan altogether. Outbuildings may also be red flags for lenders. Although a small barn might be okay if your neighbors have barns too, bottom line, the appraiser must demonstrate that the buildings are typical of local residential properties on the market. The next type of property that you will struggle to get a mortgage for is mixed-use properties. Mixed-use properties often means a property that is used for both residential and business purposes. For example, a property with a family shop downstairs and family living quarters upstairs would be considered a single mixed-use property. So, if you want to buy a mixed use sort of property where you have a family shop downstairs and a family living quarters upstairs, think again. Now, the next type of property that lenders do not always like is homes of unusual construction. Any building not of standard brick and mortar construction. There are still homes built of wattle, for example, cob concrete or timber frames, which can sometimes be covered with asbestos cement. Another type of property that lenders do not always like is high-rise flats. For example, council flats in tower blocks, especially if they have problems with lift maintenance or where most of the other flats are still in the hands of local authority. The next type of property is flats over shops, restaurants, and offices. If you want to buy a flat that is above a shop or a restaurant or an office, then think again. Any property where other people could have the right to access your property is probably a no-go zone. Because property like this are also really hard to value. The next type of property that you will struggle to get a mortgage for is short leaseholds. Flats are often sold on leasehold, which means you only own it for a specific number of years. Leaseholds of 80 years or less can be a problem, so look to extend the lease before you buy. The next type of property that you might struggle to get a mortgage for is new build properties. Lenders often value newly built properties lower than the asking price, meaning you will have to have a larger deposit. The developer might offer special deals to help. The next type of property is brownfield sites. These are properties built on former industrial land, which can be difficult as they might be contaminated. Your solicitor will need to check the certificates to prove the property has been decontaminated. The next type of property is properties that are too close to the sea. And this is because coastal erosion could lead to your new home becoming dangerously close to a cliff. You also want to be extra careful if you want to buy a character home. These are converted lighthouses, for example, or windmills, or schools and pubs, because mortgage lenders will raise their eyebrows before they offer you a mortgage. And you might need a mortgage from a specialist lender. The last type of property which mortgage lenders will raise their eyebrows before they grant you a mortgage, that is, if they do, is Grade 1 listed properties and thatched houses. The cost of repairs and rebuilding makes them less attractive to mainstream lenders who also worry about the risk of fire. So there you go. Those are the 14 types of properties which mortgage lenders do not like. Just to give you a recap, you have homes with odd floor plans. You've also got log homes, homes that are made of wood. The next one is what we would categorize as green homes. And we also have homes on huge lots. The next one is mixed use properties. And we've also talked about other kinds of properties in this video that you want to stay away from. For example, homes of unusual construction, high-rise flats, or flats over shops, restaurants, and offices. Be also careful if you want to buy short lease holds and new build properties, brownfield sites, or properties that are too close to the sea, as well as character homes and Grade 1 listed properties and thatched houses. So there you go. Now you know what types of properties you will struggle to get a mortgage for. So if you want to still buy any of those properties, at least you know now mentally that you might struggle to get a mortgage and that you might be forced to actually have a look at a number of mortgage lenders before you're successful in getting that mortgage. Now, if you found this video helpful at all, then do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. Share this video on all your social media platforms or with anybody else who may benefit from this video. And do not forget to subscribe to the channel for more informative videos. Remember, in this channel, I upload videos that are going to help you to improve or to better your financial status in every aspect of your life. I upload videos that are going to enlighten you and help you to build your wealth. Remember, if it has to do anything with money, I upload it in this channel. Now, thank you very much, and I shall see you in our next video. Bye bye.